time it is. It's time to review another Dreamworks movie. This time we're doing something a little different. Dreamworks acquired the stop-motion animation studio, Aardman Animation, and as kind of their version of Pixar, even though most people associate Dreamworks as the rival of Pixar. Not that, but they wanted a studio that does a different animation style, and they thought, let's do stop-motion. So yeah, this is a stop-motion movie. I mean, if you didn't know who Aardman is. Before this, they've only made animated shorts starring Wallace and Gromit. But this is their first full-length feature film, and it's actually still to this day the highest grossing stop-motion animated movie, which is kind of a mouthful to say. And it's pretty good. So good that 20 years later, next month, they're making a sequel called Dawn of the Nugget. Great title. So Chicken Run is about chickens running around. It's actually about chickens trying to escape their hellhole, their prison, otherwise known as this egg farm. Yeah, that's the whole plot, really. Not a whole lot there, but there's a lot of good writing. So let's go more into detail. It's about a bunch of chickens trying to chicken run away from their egg farm. Because if they fail at making eggs, they die. I mean, literally, they die. If this chicken here didn't lay eggs, so what happens to that chicken? That chicken's head gets cut off. I'm not even joking. Look, it dies right there. So sad. In case you're not convinced that chicken died, there's its corpse. They only ate it with some potatoes. I love how dark this movie is. Well, Dreamworks had some bite to it. So this woman here, who's actually directly based off their boss, Jeffrey Katzenberg, the head of Dreamworks, he's an asshole. He wants to replace his animators with AI, so fuck him. Yeah, she thinks that the profits suck, so she's going to turn her egg farm into a factory, which I don't know how making it into a pie factory would do that, but, that's what she wants to do. So all of a sudden, this guy comes in. He's played by Mel Gibson, the only actor I know, and yeah, I know it sucks that Mel Gibson's in this movie. He's an asshole, but he doesn't do a terrible job, and this character's okay. So the character's a circus rooster who can fly, so we can get this guy to teach us to fly, and that's the whole point of the movie. The chickens want to learn how to fly. The problem is, they're too fat. So all these women chicken are fawning over this one male chicken, because the other one, who's a male, is this old guy here, who has a stick up his ass. So they all want to sleep with him, but they can't, because they ends up sleeping with the old guy instead. He swings the other direction, apparently. Well, in case you couldn't tell by that British flag here, this movie is very, very British. I mean, it's Aardman, so what do you expect? But if you're an American and you can't understand British people, don't watch this movie. And if you're one of those people who can't understand British people, then you have a very hard life, I assume. So the chickens start training to fly, but their trainer kind of sucks as he's too busy simping over other chickens, or having them whack his meat off him. I mean, give him a suck. So they get the pie machine running. It's let's test it out on this chicken, because I don't like this chicken. She's a bitch. So Rocky, that's the chicken who Mel Gibson's name is, tries to save Ginger, the other chicken. I didn't name their names because it doesn't really matter. If you haven't seen this movie, you don't know their names, what's your problem? Go watch the movie. And unfortunately here they die, and that's how the movie ends. Well, actually, I'm just kidding, they live. So it turns out that Rocky can't fly. They discover this after he runs away. But they actually figure out, wait, we can make our own plane. I guess he wasn't really that important, huh? And honestly, one of the only parts of the movie I'm not a big fan of, the pacing goes pretty bad, where it swaps over really quickly to them building a plane, which happens in 5 minutes. So the plane is about to get launched out, but the problem is they can't get someone to fly it. This old guy acts like, I don't want to fly it, but then after one talk, okay, I guess I should fly it. He was in World War II, by the way, with Valiant. I'm not even joking. He was in World War II with our good bird friend Valiant. You remember Valiant, right? So Rocky decides to come back, much like how in Valiant. Remember Valiant? I don't know why I keep referencing Valiant. I guess because they're both British birds, and one has to be in World War II. But that matters. I don't know. Fuck that Valiant. So the woman decides to come back because she wants her chickens, and she kills one of the chickens. Well, just kidding. She doesn't kill it because the movie would be over then. And she dies. So she doesn't die there. She first gets exploded, then falls down. And then for some reason, her husband really pushes the door on her. Look at that. Watch this again. The guy is pushing the door there. Or maybe he's trying to hold it back. It looks like he pushed it. Oh my god. So the chickens finally find a new home. And they have babies, I guess, because these are obviously baby chickens. And yeah, they live peacefully in their new sanctuary. or I guess for 23 years, because after that they decided to make a sequel without the main actors returning. But, you know, whatever. That was Chicken Run. It's pretty good. I mean, if you haven't seen it, then what are you doing? Go watch it. I didn't really cover everything because it's one of those things where I can't explain the jokes. You gotta watch it for yourself. So yeah, if this was interesting, I do recommend watching it, and we're about to swap into something new. I actually give Chicken Run, well, I kept my rating and gave it, which is a 9 out of 10, or 4.5 out of 5. It's hard to explain why, but it's just pretty good. It has good pacing other than that one section, is why I can give it 5 out of 5 stars. Stop motion is, I think, very charming when it's done right, and Aardman's pretty good at doing it. And yeah, I like the idea of the chickens trying to escape their little pen. It's fun. I quite enjoy it. I can see giving it an 8 right there, but I think I'll give it a 9. Maybe. I don't know. I'll keep it at 9 just because. Okay. Hello, this is something very new that I decided to do this. We are going to do a tier list for the movies after I see them. And so far, this is the tier list. Of course, Prince of Egypt is in D. Each one correlates a rating. F is 4 and below. E is 5. D is 6. C is a 7. B is an 8. A is a 9. And S is a 10. So this is my current rating. Actually, sorry, this is my current rating for all the movies. And next time, we are going to be looking at the most famous DreamWorks movie, the one that I am super excited for. So I will see you then. Oh, I actually am 8 done, because I'm also going to do a villain tier list, because why not? DreamWorks has a lot of great villains. So for no one sticking out so far, the best is actually Ramesses from my least favorite movie so far. It's actually the last time we see Ray Fiennes play a villain either, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So far, these guys aren't really that interesting. The termites, well, they're kind of more like obstacles more than a villain. They don't have a personality. This dude is a conquistador, doesn't really do much either. And this guy's kind of more like a pawn than anything. So we only got really 4 villains here. And these guys are entertaining, but are not that noteworthy. I kind of like the plan of General Mandible, but he doesn't really do that much. Remember, he's the most complex character, but he still has a lot of flaws. But yeah, so far villains are pretty good. These guys aren't important anyway, because they're like fodder to the main ones. But next time, we'll see if we get a new villain. Also, stay tuned again for Shrek.